Alrighty, hello, welcome back. Just gonna let this keep going for a minute. Alrighty, so we are gonna get back into it. This is live stream 4.1 of Let's Build Carrabassett Valley Railroad. I did a live stream earlier, just in case you guys don't know. Of course, it'll be down in the suggested videos link as well, so I hope it should be right there. If you're interested in checking that out, we really didn't do a whole lot. I showed you guys the small progress I made since the last live stream. I'm going to open the soda. If I can get it. There we go. Much better. I showed you guys last time the small progress I made. We also tackled reconstructing Carrabassett Yard, the central, well, the only current freight yard or rail yard in the layout right now. It's going to be the most northern freight yard in the American section of the line. Probably one of the smallest of the yards, but we were midway through that, and I wanted to get going because it was date night with my girlfriend. Went out and had some sushi, and stopped at Dairy Queen. So it was a great night. But sent me a link to a model railroad layout for the paper mill, which I'm going to pull up here on my phone so I can look at it. It will take me away from the live chat, but I'm going to try and base most of the layout off of it. It's going to be, I don't know how big it's going to be, but I think it's going to be pretty good. I like the way it looks, so. But anyways, so we're going to get going with this. So, real quick, just before we get going, just so I can catch you guys up to speed. The freight yard before had one lead that came off of it, and then it had a small local freight area. That had a main freight area. Most of its freight cars were stored. I just combined the two, made it one big freight yard, and I added 2 extra leads, and now I'm working on facilities for the engine shop, the car repair shop, refueling point. We have this diesel fuel storage point where we're also going to put the Y for the yard. So go ahead and start taking care of that. Oh, excuse me. I'm still very tired. I meant to get the stream done a lot earlier, but I was sitting my girlfriend off to bed. Spent a little time with her, and I fell asleep in bed. So, kind of just waking back up because I'm very tired. So the idea up here is, click on the right tab, is to have a diesel fuel storage point for Carrabassett Yard. A little bit bigger than I would like it to be, but I guess it's alright. There's that damn commercial about use animals. I hate that commercial. Sorry, the TV's on in the background. They're showing that ASPCA commercial where they show all the abused animals, and they're looking at the camera with those sad, sad eyes and trying to guilt you into donating, which I get. You know, it's a good cause, but at the same time, it's like I could have gone all day without seeing that commercial. All day. It's like a dose of instant depression. Ugh. I need to stop looking at the TV. If I didn't just keep it on for just background noise, I would turn it off. Probably want to move this over. I want to move it up. Put the Y right here. If you guys missed this live stream, I'm planning on doing another one tomorrow. Well, today here pretty shortly. So Tuesday, I'm planning on doing one Tuesday. Just really wanted to get one done tonight. And I think we're gonna move the shops away from the main line. I'll kind of put them. I'll kind of figure out how I want these shops to go. Might have the facilities entrance move further back. Pretty straightforward approach to a Y. I could probably move this further back. Kind of smooth that corner out just a little bit. Because one thing I noticed, my corners tend to be very sharp, which I don't like. And kind of this building out of the way so I can see what I'm doing. Probably got a spline point right here. And kind of a lopsided Y. Corner. think we'll stick with that. That little design right there. Then it'll allow me to put the yard shop. If I could click the right tabs, I could put the yard shop right here. And have it come off of this field thing right here and split out. As for the car repair shop, we'll have it come off of this track, which then that means I gotta move this track over here. So the yard is taking shape. Very weird layout design coming through here, but I think it looks, I think it looks realistic. And I have a sneeze coming on. Nope, we're good. 1,003rd. I think I will put the car, or the car shop right on the side of the yard shop, the engine shop, I'm sorry, around the side. So I'm kind of pressed for space. And then as for this, imagine this being like an extension of something. Like a covered area where trains will park. I want to do this, and this is always the part that gets me. Now, I know some yard shops, not all the rails will be connected. They'll leave some bays open for vehicles, but seeing how this whole shed, or this whole facility has tracks hooked up to it, I kind of want to utilize all the tracks that I can. You know, if I have 6 bays, I want to utilize all 6 bays. I also decided that I'm not holding it, which is annoying. So I think what we'll do is I'll kind of have the same design I had previously out back, where I just have a little facility to, push trains outside. As for the front, I guess I'm going to merge all these tracks into one. So, I think how I'm going to do this is well, looks like this comes straight on with track or bay number 2, just about anyways. Which if I move this over just slightly, it'll be a perfect fit. Although if I moved it the other way, it would be a straight-on fit with door number 1, but hey. And we're going to do that. It just makes more sense in my head. So we'll do that instead. Now we go on straight on with bay number 1. There, perfect. And then we'll slowly start bringing everything in, kind of bit by bit. Whoa, how the heck did they get hooked up to that track? Not bad. I still don't know if I want the trains turning as they're coming through the door, because I think there's a very high possibility I think they could clip the door upon entry. Let's take this for a second. No, it seems to work. I think the turn isn't gradual enough where it works. Very close, though. Yeah, no, I think it works. I think that works. So we'll go ahead and keep that. A little bit better than my last layout design. So that does work. Kind of neat to have all these tracks just kind of coming down like that. And as for the car shop, which now just sits awkwardly up there, I don't think I have the room for it up there in particular. So I'm going to move that here. We'll have to build some track. Yeah, I think we'll build some track just right off of And we'll try that again. Extend these a little further. There's that. And if we have another junction right there, or switch right there, I'm sorry. Another switch. And fix that itself in a minute. And then this. Again, I'll move it so the track goes pretty much straight into it. Just have to be careful because it is a little close to seems also a little low. Alright, so I think that should work. And then over here, we could have some more storage tracks for possibly some broken cars. I think I might leave it though. And the actual purpose of this building, I don't know what we're going to do with it, honestly. So, I think I might get rid of it. I don't really see a purpose for it, honestly. So, I think we'll get rid of it. Free up some space. I will have a crossing point right here for maintenance vehicles. So I will put down some crossing. Crossing boards. only thing I need to put cross bucks right here, because you kind of get the idea if you're working in a rail yard that, oh yeah, I'm going to be crossing the train tracks, so don't really think I'm going to need to put those right there. Although on the main line, probably wouldn't hurt. And just probably for safety purposes, so. But yeah, I think that hooks up everything. Oh yeah, I need to extend the tracks back here and put some bumpers, what are they called? Yeah, I think they're called bumpers. I need to hook these switches up. That should be the gist of the rail yard, and then we'll extend the line a little bit longer over by the fuel depot. Alrighty. These aren't the ones I've been using lately. Let me see if I can't find one. I think in order to find one, I have to go probably all the way over here. I think I used them up here last time. Yep, there they are. Not this particular style, but actually no, it is this particular style. They look better than the ones I was using for a while. See, now that looks better in my opinion. Looks a little bit better than the layout I had before. Just kind of like it. Yeah, no, that's a lot better in my opinion. A lot better. So we'll come back here. And we'll drop it down. Before I was able to gauge how far from the end of the track I needed to click in order to properly place these, but these are just a little bit bigger. Seems like I think the third one, yeah, about the third railroad tie will do. Put some in here just so it will. Okay, and we'll come over here. And like I said, we'll drag this line just a little further up so we can get more freight cars in here. Doesn't need to be extreme, but I'll give it room. there. So that is the gist of the new freight yard, or the new design for the layout. It looks a bit better and a bit more realistic anyways. So that's a Y to turn engines around if necessary. So no, I definitely like this a bit more. Definitely like this a lot more. So now I wanted to have an entrance to the yard, and I'm thinking probably have the yard entrance come along across here, then lead into the main facility. Or possibly have an overpass of some sort. Or rather, probably just come in over here so to avoid crossing tracks altogether. Oh damn. I'm missing some of the GP40s. They all disappeared. They all disappeared on me. Well, I will drag this back. We'll drag you back. We'll have you here, getting fueled up. I'm using these SD60s as kind of just some CMQR engines just for now, just kind of a filler. I also downloaded some older ATSF engines, if I could find them real quick, like the C30s. So I know, I believe I've seen some old C30s being used. Oh, and I broke it. Give it a second. Really? Oh, come on. Well, this is ridiculous. Oh, nope, there it is. Okay. I didn't officially break it. Just took a hot minute right there. So, some of these C30s, I believe, I have seen some, in some videos, a lot of old Santa Fe engines. In particular, I think some of these C30s are running around, I believe some of these SD40-2s. Maybe the 45s, I really couldn't tell you. I might use the 45s just because they do have a beacon on it when the train gets moving, so I probably will keep these SD45s. Seen an assortment of stuff, a lot of old Santa Fe BN engines, so I did download some of those. So if you see some BNSF or BN or ATSF, hold on one second. Looks like one of my coworkers had a bit of a conflict tonight, and I'm curious to see what the heck he said. But in particular, I know I've kind of shown you guys. I'll show you guys real quick. Sorry, just really curious to hear what happened. I guess my coworker got at it. We have to take a bus to the parking spot, or parking lot. It's the parking spot to get to our cars, and we pay $80 a month for this parking lot. You know, a lot of our hard-earned money goes towards that, which I'm kind of PO'd over it. It's, kind of wish we could park a little closer. That's $80 I could put towards, car insurance or rent or something along those lines, but it's spent towards parking for my job. So, but we don't have an employee bus. We have to ride with all the passengers, or everyone who's flying out of the airport. Yeah, I'm not complaining. Well, I kind of am complaining, but it is what it is. It's just a pain in the butt. But we don't get first priority. A lot of these bus drivers. Hold on. Really apologize. Just really want to know. But so yeah, some of these. Story. So, so yeah, we don't get first priority. A lot of the times we're last to be picked up because we don't tip because we have to ride that bus every day. I'm not going to tip someone for picking me up to go to work. It's just, it's every damn day. But they make minimum wage, to drive around, so they really work for their tips. So I get it and whatnot. It's just, when they're my ride to work, and if I'm late to work, that counts against me. Like the other day, I called in late to work because I got stuck in traffic. I hit this random traffic jam. I left 2 hours ahead of time so I could be there, just in case I do get stuck in traffic. I was still a half hour late, but I called over 45 minutes before I was supposed to be to work. Now we have these things called points at Southwest Airlines. If I get 5 points, I point out and I get let go. So, hold on. But more often than not, they don't. Oh, and before I forget, to make matters worse, not only did I get stuck in traffic. When I got to the parking lot, there was a bus down there picking up passengers, and it drove past me and left. He drove clearly past me. He saw I was there. We locked eyes, and he still drove past me. And it's like, I'm already late. I don't have time for you just to pass me up. So, you know, but, so when I got to the parking lot, I was about maybe 5 or 10 minutes late. But because the bus passed me up, that's what made me a half hour late. That, and on top of that, when I got to the airport, there was traffic. Because, So because of the parking spot, now I have a half a point against me. So something that wouldn't have been so bad turned out to be even worse. So it's, we don't really get any discounts. We don't really get any breaks. They're not really willing to work with Southwest Airlines employees. It's like, if, you know, they'll they'll be quick to, pick up tipping passengers first, which I get it, we're all trying to get to the same location, but, I the thing that gets me is just, the fact that, we pay so much money and there's a lot of us. You think we could at least get a bus or whatnot to ourselves, but it's the fact that, none of the drivers really want to pick us up because they're not they're just making regular money. They're not making any tips off of us because, like I said, we don't tip. There's no need for us to tip. If I was picking up someone who was forced to pay, sorry, my coworker's just really, really pissed off, and it's just kind of funny. Not in the sense that I think he's just being stupid, but he's really, really. It's just it's just rather funny that this he's really, really, really extremely upset. He has every right to be upset. It's the bus driver that he's upset with is the same bus driver that passes me up all the time. And this I, this bus driver in particular doesn't like picking up Southwest employees based off the fact that we don't tip. But like I was saying, if I was a bus driver for the parking spot, I wouldn't, I wouldn't mind picking up the Southwest employees because they give us a lot of job security, or they would get, it would give me a lot of job security. Yeah, I'm not making any tips off of them, but at the same time, they are, you know, they're paying, we're paying against our own will because if I want to go to work, I don't really have a choice. There's no employee parking lot at Lambert Airport for us, so, I don't really have a choice. If I want to work, if I want to work, I gotta park there, and unfortunately, we're not getting any break in terms of how much money we pay. Sure, it might be cheaper than just paying to park there every day. We just pay ourselves, but at the same time, $80, it's not something that's going towards like healthcare or you know my 401k. Yeah, it's money that's getting me a parking. It's not even a dedicated parking spot. We don't even get our own area to park our car. So hold on. But it's there's no benefit from me paying $80 a month other than the fact that, you know, I'm able to park and go to work. You know, like I said, we don't get a reserve section. We don't get an area where they set aside saying, all right, so Southwest employees can park here, so you guys have a reserve section. You know, if I would hate to see what happens when that parking lot gets full. You know, it's kind of scary in my mind. 'Cause it's like, if it gets full, what am I going to do? Because I don't know if they're ever going to reserve, you know, or take into consideration the Southwest employees that are paying. They might. I can't ever guarantee it, though, over the simple fact that, you know, I've never been faced with that situation, and I frankly really don't want to be. What am I doing? I'm losing my mind here. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm just bringing engines back into the yard, deleting this track over here. So, you know, it's just the parking spot. Alright, it gets us to work every day. You know, I wouldn't say it's better than an alternative because I don't really know what the alternative is. It's, you know, the only thing we got. And yeah, it gets me to work every day, but, you know, it's just, you know, it's just becoming increasingly annoying because, like I said, it's like I wouldn't have been late as I was if it wasn't for the parking, you know, for that bus driver passing me up. You know, all right, I get it. I don't tip. You know, you're just, you know, I'm not a tipping passenger, but at the same time, it's like you should understand that I pay a whole lot of money to park in this parking lot, you know, every day I come to work. You know, you guys are my ride to work, and if I can't get a ride from you, I'm screwed. You know, it's not the airline's problem if I can't get a ride into work. You know, if I'm late, that's on me. Well, I'm just trying to find all Guilford engines and delete them real quick because I'm going to place a few here, and they only go through a specific number. They only go up to like 300 through 316. And I cannot hear engine sounds. So I think there's one over here, which I think it's like 302 or something like that, or 303. Ooh, I was good. Or I am good. I'm always good. I'm awesome like that. Not really, but anyways. So we'll run all the way back over to the yard. Now they're there. Of course, now they appear. So let's see, it was 306, 305, 314, 307, 308. So 306, 305, 313, 307, 308. And of course, we have 301, which I want to get the correct engine numbers. 310, 312, 300, 313, 313. Wait, was it 313? There's a bit of a delay on my live stream on my phone, so we're going to speed that up real quick so I can see the engine numbers. I'm going to back it up. Alrighty, so now I can, so it was 314, 307, 308 is. I'm on 314. Oh, well, that's 308. don't need that, so we'll keep that. So we'll keep 308, make it face this way. Then I want to get 307, and that's 300. Just a little interesting move around here. 309. 301. Come on, 307. Well, that's 314, which I'll take. Oh, I can't hear any engine sounds. My volume should be up. Headphones not plugged in. Headphones not plugged in. Ah, my headphones are not plugged in. That would be a problem. Alrighty, let's try that. It's amazing what slips by me. So that's probably why, because my headphones must have unplugged partway through, unless they were never plugged in the first place. Way to go, Jaden. Way to go. Come on, 307. There's 305. I'm getting everything but. $309. 300. Don't really want 300. 317. Never gotten 317 before. 304. 313. I know I could do it manually, but I just want it to happen by itself. 316. 306. Alrighty. Now I just need 307. 304. Come on, 307. 303. 309. 316. 315. 308. I already got 308. 302. 312. Everything but. 317. 316. 304. 316 again. 311. 312. 301. 300. Come on, 308. Okay, we're just going to change it ourselves. 075. We'll just say 3075. There. Because that didn't take a long time. That didn't take a long time. And I might put another, I might put a Burlington Northern and an ATSF in here, just for CMQR. And ATSF, back down there, Einstein. There. And that should do it for those. And as for cars in the car shop, I think we'll do a mech caboose. No, I want to do a mech box car. Of course, we'll open up the doors. Work on a gondola. Yeah, work on the railgun. And we'll probably just throw a... I don't really want to throw anything else, so I think it should be good. So, like I said, this is the new layout for the yard. I like it. It's pretty efficient. So, yeah. So that's that. But anyways, like I was saying, like I was just saying, I'm good. But it's just annoying when you're trying to get to work and you're trying just to get there, and these bus drivers don't want to pick you up because again you don't tip or whatnot. It's like there's a Southwest has a I wouldn't say a contract with you, but we have an agreement. But it's just annoying and it's really really frustrating. But um, I kind of want to do something now. I forgot. I'm going to be looking at Guilford's Rigby Yard in South Portland, Maine. But I'm going to be looking at Rigby Yard and seeing, kind of the facilities in terms of, the vehicles, because I kind of know what needs to be in a yard in terms of rail, but as for administration buildings, and that's kind of where I fall into, and I want to do this right. So I'm gonna look at Rigby Yard and see what they got for administrative buildings and uh, employee buildings. I have a crew shed over here, over by the leads, for crew switching and whatnot. But I'm definitely gonna place some more buildings over here by the main entrance, and I'll get a parking lot because it ain't gonna be approach medium approved if there's no parking lot. So. But so we are going to take a trip back down the line. We're going to go look at the paper mill. Before I work on the paper mill, I'm deleting this school because this school is driving me crazy. I don't like that school at all.
I gotta download a better asset. We're gonna look at this paper mill real quick. So, let me see, I had the layout right here. Now, like I said, this is kind of based off of an actual model railroad that someone built or was going to build, but so sorry, I'm just trying to get my coworker to stop talking to me. I don't want to be rude, but at the same time, I do have something I'm doing. So, looking at it, it looks like these are like a boiler house of some sort. So, looks like that's a boiler house. This is probably the part of the main facility. This looks something along the lines of See, it would be nice if these all kind of said, hey, this is what this is for, and oh yeah, this is what that's for, but fortunately, I don't really get that luxury, so I kind of have to wing it and decipher what these are all for. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the track up until about here. Delete the track. We're going to move the main facility for... I don't really want to move the main facility. But for what I'm looking at is... Now what it looks like is there's a main line that goes through this layout. But I don't want to do that because I don't intend to connect this with anything. It's just going to dead end and whatnot, so I could always put some storage tracks. But from what it looks like, well, it definitely looks like they have like a water connection, so there's like a barge unloading crane, but I don't really have the means for a barge unless I had it on the Kennebec, but the Kennebec, I mean, up here you would not have river access in terms of boats. It's, maybe further downstream. Closer to the coast when the Kennebec is more level with the ocean, you'd have river access, but not up here, very, very far north on the Kennebec. So, but they have, looks like water treatment tanks, recycled paper processing building, inbound recycled paper unloading track. They have a machine house, truck loading dock, a warehouse, a rotary kiln, a new recovery boiler. So they have multiple boilers. They have pulpwood car unloader tracks, chip car unloader traps, wood chip pile, a conveyor house. They have a log debarker and chipper, a box chip pile, a flume, which I'm assuming is for logs. So additive tanks, pulp tanks. So obviously they have their chemical tanks, which I will add. But so this is a boiler from the looks of it. Which in that case, this smoke would be more steam, if anything. But so I'm going to place that over on this side, which it looks like it has rail connection, which I don't know what the rail connection is for. Boiler, probably be water, but I don't know really what they're boiling. So, it has rail connection. That's just the confusing part. Let's just do a quick search. Let's just do a quick Google search, see what the purpose of a boiler is. What is the use of a boiler in the paper industry? Well, that pretty much solved it. Boiler and paper mills are used for process, electrical power, and economical reasons. In the craft process, specifically, steam would produce in the boilers used to cook wood chips, along with cooking chemicals. Steam is sent to the dryer cans or Yankee dryers to sheet in the drainage. Power can be produced by combustion of bark, black liquor, craft, or fuel oil, among others. The electricity produced within the mill reduces the cost associated with large electrical demand of a paper mill and potentially increases reliability. So, from the looks of it, they're probably the tracks, if they're using fuel oil, would more than likely be tracks for tank cars. So I'm assuming if they're bringing in oil, they're probably bringing in crude oil of some sort, and they're burning it more than likely. So that means I probably have to bring in, now let me see here. I will go back to the live chat for now to see if any of you guys are talking. So the paper mill, this track has wood chips, sawdust, paper roll vertical, sodium hydroxide, chlorine gas, sulfuric acid, wood pulp, recycled paper, copy paper, and all those are the products. So log stack, and general goods. So nothing about oil. So I probably will go ahead and put down another one of those fuel tracks. Chemical, sulfuric acid, liquid nitrogen, oxygen gas, argon gas, nitrogen gas, hydrogen gas, helium gas, so that word gas, carbon dioxide, neon gas, methane, product titanium tetrachloride, kaolin slurry, anhydrous ammonia, chromium sulfate, product sulfur, molten crude, bulk form 99.7%, hydrogen peroxide tank load, glycerol tank load. Jesus Christ. Anhydrous, hydrogen fluoride, borax. Sounds like the Lorax. He speaks for the trees have no tongue. I speak for the trees have no tongues. Now, listen, now I ask you, sir, at the top of my lungs. My mom, hold on, side note, that was my favorite story, my sister's favorite story growing up, and my mom, for the longest time, and still can recite most of the beginning, if not the whole damn thing from memory. She can recite the Lorax, which, if you don't believe me, you gotta be my mom then. So, yeah. Still love the Lorax. So we're probably gonna need to use fuel, because if we're using crude oil, like I said, it said fuel oil, so probably just crude oil. I mean, or we can combust bark, which, I mean, isn't bad, but I'm assuming crude oil would probably be a top of the list in terms of things, so we'll put a crude oil track right here. Oh, that's about as big as it can go. Rate, I'll probably say 300 just for now. And initial will probably have maybe about 6 million. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just for now. Waybill amount. At any given time, I mean, probably don't want more than. And I probably will change the name of this paper mill to the Warren Paper Mill. If I could type, I'm trying to find out some paper mills of Maine. Maine Pulp and Paper Association, Woodland Pulp LLC. So we got the Twin Rivers Paper Company. With my mouse stop moving. Paper mills, like I said, are a dying breed. Looks like Sappy Fine Paper North America. I think that's the one up by Portland. Yeah, that's the one right off 95 that I can see. So Sappy Fine Paper North America. The Maine Pulp and Paper Association. That's over in Hallowell. Yeah, they got one in Hallowell. Verso Paper, they got 2 locations up in Shy Corner and looks like Stone's Corner, or just outside J, Maine. Catalyst Paper up in Rumford. So Catalyst Paper up in Rumford, just outside Dixfield. Nothing up towards the neck of the woods that I'm building. Nothing by Kennebago. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, paper mills are dying. International Paper, just north of Bangor. Looks like it'd either be belonging to Milford or Greenbush. Woodland Pulp LLC, which sits right up on the border, right up by US Route 1. Looks like the town of... What the heck is that? What town is this? Baileyville, Maine. Twin Rivers Paper Company up in... Looks like... Looks like up by Frenchville and Yeah, by the main Canadian border. But as for this, probably be willing to name this. I'd probably name it, since Sappy is one of the more prominent ones in southern Maine, and they do have a couple locations up north. I mean, there's Verso Paper, which is kind of right around the area. I'd probably be more willing to name this Sappy North America. Which, by the way, I was looking at a map of paper mills in the state of Maine. So, Sappy North America Warren Mill. Just to get that down. So, Sappy Warren North America Warren Mill boiler. So that's all configured. And back to the live stream. So there's that. It looks like all the tracks kind of come in and the trains back up onto the tracks. So we're going to go up here. I'm going to probably stop looking at the chat because I really don't think anyone's going to pop up right now. All right, so this is the wood chip pile right here. So I'm going to go ahead and move that down. I'm actually going to get its own track. And as for the wood chip pile, like I said, looks like it has its own. Alright, so I need to start punching in some, or start typing in paper mill. That's the main shipping. Processing building. Pulp unloading building. That is rather large. But I don't think it's actually configured. Nope. So that's the conveyor building. Pulp. I thought there was another. Could have swore there was another paper mill set in here that had a pulp unloading track or something along those lines. I think I passed it. No paper mill. Anything about pulp? Negative, Ghost Rider. Okay. Actually, that's the pulp. I need wood chip. Wood chip. 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 Paper mill, pulpwood conveyor building. That's not what I'm looking for. How do we get wood chip and conveyor? Pulpwood. So actually that's going to be over here. The wood chip pile. If we can come back, it's all one word. Wood chip unloader. How about wood? No. Interesting. My only complaint is the fact that it's not configured. So we'll drag this back here. Make sure it's relatively straight. And we'll move this to a kind of... Say I kind of want this pipe to connect to the building to make it look like, you know, it actually serves a purpose. Actually, that's taking from the pile, it looks like. So to do that, so actually I don't want it to do that. I want it to turn. And I'm going to connect these two buildings, kind of make them look like they're connected anyways. Wish they were the same color, but oh well, beggars can't be choosers. And unfortunately, these tracks don't connect, and I really don't like the look of this building. But pulp, it's really the... Oh, I did not spell pulp right at all. Yeah, so it's going to have to do, I guess. Well, actually what I can do is... What I can do is... Paper. What would lumber count? Is there a lumber track? There is not a lumber track. Isn't that convenient? Well, let's just take a look real quick. Wood chips, sawdust. I don't think I saw anything about pulp. Pulp, 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 pulp. As I scrolled by it already. Oh, come on. Oh, wood pulp, bulk. What freight car would hold wood pulp? Is that a gondola? I know they haul wood chips, but what hauls wood pulp? I did get some downloaded recently, and I wish they were just some generic. Unfortunately, they're branded. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? Wood pulp. What does that get hauled by? That's just kind of what I'm wondering. Obviously, since I keep asking, what does it get hauled by? Wood chip gondola. Yeah, just wood chips. That's what I thought. Okay. Ann Arbor. Maybe a hopper. Maybe one of these. No, that's hauling fertilizer. Well, just generically. I know it's a wood chip car, but hold on. Okay, just wood chips. I mean, that's one thing I can always look up. What does wood pulp get hauled by? Looks like they just get hauled in wood ship cars. From what I'm seeing is, yeah, they get hauled in wood ship cars. So I wonder, let me see. So we'll scroll down. We'll scroll back to that wood ship car real quick. Wherever I put it. So yeah, looks like wood pulp gets hauled by wood pulp. Paper pulp, not what I'm looking for. Some of my rail cars do this to me where I can't configure. Wood pulp, bulk. And that's the thing, finding something to haul in the wood pulp. Oh, great. And I doubt the other one would haul it. And that's the thing that kills me. I just wish that it, if I have a freight car, it would just recognize, the, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but, the configured items I need to haul. Like, this freight car can haul crude oil. I believe it can haul diesel. No, it doesn't. Diesel. Yeah, I can't configure diesel for it. And I can't configure petro fuel or anything that, in terms of that. And same goes for other freight cars. And other freight cars won't even haul crude oil. But if I want to haul crude or, crude oil or diesel fuel or aviation fuel, I got to come down here to, wherever the heck they are. Ooh, Norfolk Southern Woodship Gondola. I'll come back to that in a second. I'm getting distracted. I think it's, this oil tank right here. This okay looking one, I don't really care for them too much. But see, it hauls aviation fuel, petrol fuel, diesel, and crude oil, which annoys me because I want other, I want some of the nice ones like, this jointed rail tank car to haul those. And if I go to configure them, if I type in diesel or if I type in petro, it doesn't pop up, which kills me. And I don't know how to get them to do that. And if anyone does know how to do that to get them to where they can haul those particular items, please let me know because it's been driving me crazy forever. I wonder if this... this gondola would haul wood pulp. Yep. Oh god, what the heck is it hauling? Let's see if I can't find another freight car that can do it. If not, I'll just revert back to it. Look all good. Bakers can't be Jewelers. Where's that wood chip car? No, it's up here. Nope. I doubt it, but yeah, that's what I thought. What if I just drag you all the way up here? Scroll down furiously real quick. Ballast hopper. Hey, look at that. Now my question is, how does it look in this one? We'll just do... It still looks like crap, but at least the car looks better. The HK group. Yeah, I'll probably keep a handful of these. Ballast hopper, CR, that's probably Conrail. Yep, Conrail. WP, Western Pacific. Do I have... Wisconsin and Southern. Do I have any other? Like I said, I'll use the HK group if I have to, but I want to check some of these open hoppers I have down here. These ones, these kind of generic ones. Wood. Ah, perfect. So 69 to 904. And that's coal. Damn. Oh yeah, I also got a chassis system. GP40, which I guess I could use for CMQR, but I'd never seen them use it before, so probably not. Wood. Probably gonna have the same deal. Yep. And this is the always fun part of doing this. The always fun part. So, and I'm sorry if this bores you guys, but this is what I do. This is everything that I do. Probably why it takes me forever, but this is how I get everything to be the way I want it to be. You know, and I just take the time necessary. Ooh. Solvent scrap Holyoke, Mass. Does it come in a different livery? Yes, actually it does. Sullivan Scrap, Holyoke, Mass. That's cool. Now my cool question is, hey, look at that. It's probably not configured for it, but we're going to try it anyways. And it's not going to work because scrap. Kind of looks like wood pulp. No, it doesn't. Damn. I was hoping just for a second. Just like a brief second. What about this Greenville gondola. I have a few of them hanging around. I doubt they're configured for it, though. Yeah, worst case scenario, I'll go back to whatever I had. I know this isn't Erie, but... Oh, God. I didn't want that. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to. What about this? Probably going to be cold, too. Yep. I mean, I could always just grab one of these and say... I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to get a couple of these covered hoppers. Probably get some undecorated ones. Potash Service CSXT. And that's a paper company. Where are all my gondolas hanging out? Ah, there. Let me see. Nope. ConAgra Mills. Co-op. No. 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 I think I already used that one. Nope. Co-op. And that's a big no. That's a big no, good buddy. UTLX. Please, for the love of all that is holy, thank you. So there, we'll have our wood pulp hauled in these. Why, I don't know, but it's what works. So, and wood pulp can be hauled in these. So it's gonna produce none because I said so. It's going to consume 60 every minute, and the initial is going to be set for about 4 million. Small loan of $1 million. Amount from external. I'd say about maybe 3 million. Yeah, just need to get thrown out there. Whatever. And this will be Sappy North America. Warren Mill Pulp Wood. What did I name the other track? Sappy North America Warren Mill Moiler. Okay. So, my grand scheme of things of how I'm going to make this work. As you guys probably already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to drag this over here. Oh, come back, please. And we're just going to hide it. That's all we're going to do. We're just going to hide it. And it actually covers the whole thing, which I'm actually kind of happy about. So we can make this work. Oh, but the lag is real. So that means I got to go back to my layout real quick. And we're going to drag the track out a little bit so I can, we can actually get some cars on it. And there's that. So there's the pulpwood facility, which I'm happy about. I will have that pipe connected and go over the tracks, because from the looks of it, it goes... looks like to some tanks of some sort from the overview of this paper mill. But I'll work on that later. I just want to get the base layout of this done. And then I'm probably going to call it, because it's about 128, and I do want to get on my Xbox here for a little while and use that for a bit. No, I don't want train tracks. So we're going to go here. Water treatment. Excuse me. Water crane. Oh. Like, what's a water crane? Water tank. No. Well, actually, I didn't look half of it. I'm not going to use it anyways. So, water column. Nope. Water board van. Oh, that's what I was looking at first. Tower, 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 tower. Water platform lever, water column, water treatment plant. What is this doing in particular? Oh, God. Yeah, I don't need the whole shebang, thank you. Water treatment shed. Monolith. No. Waterfall. Ooh, it's pretty. Wait, does it lift up? Ooh, so pretty. Ooh, piece of candy. That's actually kind of nice. I could not tell you where I'd use it, though, but holy crap, it's big. Yeah, this doesn't look like anything in Maine. Well, actually, it might. Although waterfalls in Maine probably have a dam on them. Yeah, don't really have a use for that. Washington Heights. Water treatment plant. Yeah, I really didn't need that. I'll have to download something from the warehouse, or not the warehouse, the download station. So as for that, I already got the employee parking down. It's on this side of the road. Additives track, and that's probably all the chemicals and whatnot that get added in. That's, yeah, probably all the chemicals. The boxcar loading. Machine house, I can add that. That's all extras. Inbound recycled paper unloading. I will go ahead and go back to, excuse me, please. Paper mill, main shipping building. I will use that because I'm going to need that for, something. Sorry, I'm just kind of looking at the layout on my phone here, trying to figure out what exactly I want to do. I gotta move this, because I don't want to just jump into it and just do and not think. I want to try and pre-plan this so it all has, not only the functionality, but I think we'll have it facing 113 rotation. Move it over a bit, but I will probably have the I don't know what I'll have come through here. This will probably be the paper recycling track, or actually this might be the boxcar loading track, possibly. Either that or actually, I wonder if I could just sneak it in. I'm actually half tempted to get rid of this whole building because, I mean, it works as a paper mill, but it's just the textile mill that we used with the SAP models and textures. It's just the paper mill, or the textile mill reworked as a paper mill. So I think I'm going to delete it. So I'll have to get out. So we got that. I got that. Yep. Mm-hmm. That too. In the main shipping building. So that will be used for the truck loading, because this is for the trains. This will be for the truck, and I'm going to have to move this over. Move! So this will be for the big rigs. Or actually, I could probably get a warehouse of some sort from my jointed rail assets. General warehouse. Nope. How big are you? Oh, God. Huge. I'm gonna say, but I have some loading docks. Have some. God, I got a whole bunch. Got enough to supply a small army. Got enough to load a small army. God. Actually, I probably want this facing the same way. I'll just kind of add it in as best as I can without actually running it through, but without having a gap. And do we have a gap? A very small one, but it is noticeable. Come this way. There we go. Works for me, because I think I can see inside. No, I cannot. So it really didn't matter in the first place. But I guess for Jaden standards. So we have our loading docks over here. We have just some entrances and windows over here. Kind of a bland looking building, but so that's our truck loading dock. So over here, I'm actually going to want to pull this up because I'm needing to put another processing building right here. So I think in that case, I'm going to go ahead and straighten this out to be with the conformed with the grid. I kind of want to steer away from that, but I guess I'll do it just because make it a little easier. Alright, move this building again. We'll put you over here. Kind of right there. We'll back you up. Actually, I want to drag this forward. And then, what are you? You are just some random building that doesn't really have a name. I think this is the craft mill. Or this could serve as the craft mill. Because it has a set of tanks, which could be the additive tanks and the pulp tank. Which makes sense. And there's another boiler, which is the new recovery boiler, which there's a pipe. Why is there a pipe? Oh, that's right, I put the pipe there. Let me put the pipe back for a second. So that that actually works out because this building has tanks, so I will keep that, as that is crucial. And I will drag this back. So that works out. Now I just need to have the additives track, which looks like it runs into the mill itself, but I don't want it to do that. Looks like I'm going to need to move. Well, yeah, we're going to have to move you. We're going to have to move you here. We're going to put you slanted. Didn't realize how close I was. And then we're going to drag you here. Other than that, obviously I'm going to have the, I'm going to have you. Because you're the main part of the mill, in a sense. And as for that, the order of which I want you in, well, I can always, this is the hard part. So I'm going to have that additive track come down this way. Which probably means I got to back everything up. Because I don't think I put this Y in a very smart location. Well, actually, no. Because the track itself for the additives, actually, according to this layout, leads straight into the facility. It doesn't back up like it does for the pulpwood and the boiler over here. I mean, I could move it so it's right here. Because, I mean, I don't want to be completely true in terms of how the layout looks like it does on the, long as the functionality is there and long as the purpose is there, I think I'm happy with it. So I can have the additives track come here, which I'll have to back them in off the Y. So we'll do that. I'll need to go get the chemical tracks. And then I'll put the paper track over here, just to at least get it there. That should be loading. And I'll have to put another one for the recycled paper, so we'll have to put another facility up here. But I think, we're on the right track. You can see this facility is taking shape, and we'll have pipes and conveyors going everywhere, and I'm going to have to download some assets. But I think that's it for right now, because I'm going to end it, because like I said, I do want to do some other stuff tonight that I wouldn't normally get to do on any other day, and plus I really got to hit the bathroom, and I'm kind of hungry. I don't know how. I had a big dinner. But I do appreciate you guys for watching. If you do like what you see, like I said, always give it a like. Hit the subscribe button if you want to be notified when I am live streaming, because I only do it, whenever I can. I try to do it whenever I can. I'm trying to do it on my days off now, which I think I'm doing a pretty good job of. Be sure to hit that little bell next to the subscribe button if you want to be notified. if you're like me and you have an iPhone, I'm not sure about Androids, but notification gets sent to your iPhone when someone you're notified when they upload a video, I believe, or when they upload a live stream. I don't think it's a video. I could tell you. Of course, I don't have any notifications right here, right now, but anyhow, you can be notified when I'm live streaming, so you can join these, you can come and watch, but always, you can, get notified when it gets uploaded, I guess, or whatever, however it works. But if you didn't like what you saw, you can dislike it. You can leave a comment saying you didn't like it or whatnot, or, what I can do better during these live streams, like trying to devote more of my time not to what's going on around me versus the live stream, which I understand, but, I'm a casual YouTuber, not a hardcore YouTuber, so... and if you have any suggestions or comments about what I can do to this paper mill to make it more realistic, or some assets I should check out to download, please do suggest them, because I'm going to need to know, water treatment facility, high tension tower. I'm assuming that's those are utility lines, so I will have to have some electricity coming in here. From where, I'm not sure. I mean, our only real electrical source in this whole map is up here at the dam. So, I'm actually going to have to detail that with some, high voltage lines. But, I think this paper mill is coming along well. And like I said, I appreciate Approach Medium for sending me the link to the layout that he, or just the link in general to a layout that he was telling me about. So this really does help, and gives me better understanding for what these particular buildings I'm using will be for, and and it gives me a better understanding and a better way to create the tracks for you guys. So it's not just some random building I place down with some tracks. It's actually a more realistic looking layout, because he put the time and the effort and talked to someone who actually worked in a coal mill when he was building, I believe, the Mill Creek Tipple. Don't hurt me if I messed that up, but when he was building his coal mine, he put some thought into it, and definitely, he talked to someone who worked there and got a lot of good insight to make it very realistic, and, so it didn't look like just something random plopped down that just didn't make any sense. So, but as for that, that pretty much concludes this. So like I said, we worked on this today. If you want to recap, we started to rework the paper mill a little bit, starting to get it figured out, and I should probably rename that too. And we worked on the Carrabassett Yard up here. Well, probably also helps if I hit the there we go. But yeah, so we worked on Carrabassett Yard up here, and I really do like the way this yard looks now. Looks very, looks pretty realistic in my, my mind. Looks like an actual yard with tracks just kind of everywhere, and the facilities, and the track kind of meandering around and whatnot. I like it. It looks better. Looks a lot better. So, but anyways, guys, like I said, as always, I do appreciate you watching. Like I said, subscribe if you already haven't done so. If you don't want to, no worries. It's not a big deal. Just it does help out a lot. Lets me know you guys like what you're watching. So, if you have any ideas for anything I can add to the layout, please do let me know. If you want a particular industry, now keep in mind it does have to be in relation to Maine. I'm not going to put a solar farm in the middle of Maine, which, I mean, isn't really an industry, but, scenery items, buildings, roads, anything in particular. If you do have an industry in mind that you want me to put in, and you have a particular name you'd like me to use, I can do so, as long as it's appropriate and kind of makes sense. You know, I'm not gonna name it the Alex Baldwin. Why I just thought of his name, I have no clue. The Alex Baldwin Steel Company. You know, I might name it that, but or well, I mean that's a name I could name it that, but you know, not like the Fluffy Kittens, you know, steel mill, or you know, the Purple People Eaters coal mine. You know, something that would make a little sense and something that actually kind of sounds realistic, more or less. So, like I said, I'm planning on live streaming tomorrow, and if I do, we're gonna solely work on the paper mill. So if y'all want to join me and watch that, highly recommend it. You know, I think we're gonna get some good process done, and like I said, if you have any suggestions for assets to download to kind of not only add to the paper mill but the layout itself, you know, the whole layout, you know, all of the Carrabassett Valley Railroad, please do let me know. And yeah, I think that should conclude it. As always, oh, and if I do not get around to live streaming tomorrow, don't worry. I'll do it next Monday on my day off. It's just I have an extra day off this week. I want to live stream, but if for whatever reason I don't, you know, it's not that I didn't want to do it. Something probably came up. Just letting you guys know. As always, if there's any content creators out there that can give me a hand looking for some particular items to be created, I mentioned in the last video, I'm going to keep mentioning it until I can get someone to help me. You know, I'm just kind of trying to reach out to the community. You know, I should probably mention it at the beginning of the video because that's probably when people were watching and not all the way up at the very end to like 2 hours later. Anyways, guys, gonna stop boring you to death. Like I said, appreciate you for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. See y'all then.